Welcome everyone to Pawn Toss Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 8 setup round of Game of Thrones, the board game, and we are calling this season Baratheon, the One True King. We've got 6 of the factions on the board. We are playing with the original main board game set with the Dance with Dragons expansion. A little bit of a variation on the typical rules. So we're fast forwarding here through the setup. One thing about this setup is we've got some advanced placement of the armies. So this kind of takes us, fast forwards us to that kind of time in Game of Thrones after Robert has already died. And we're starting to see Baratheons and some changes across all the typical houses, right? So there's some changes happening with House Tyrell, House Martell, House Baratheon, Starks. You get the Starks with Boltons getting to mix in. So we'll kind of progress from, let's say, the earlier days of Game of Thrones to those later days. So we'll finish the setup, do a quick flyover of the table, and then we'll jump into round number 1. So thank you for watching. Okay, so let's finish up the setup, and then we will jump into round number 1. So first off, we've got all the armies on the board. We've got Baratheon has got the Dragonstone, Shivering Sea, Carhold, and they're actually in Castle Black. Winterfell has got Winterfell, White Harbor, Widow's Watch, Moat Cailin, and the Twins. The Greyjoys have got ships in Bay of Ice, Sunset Sea, and in the West Summer Sea. They've also got Pike and Stony Shore. Lannisport has the Lannisters with Golden Sound, Lannisport, River Run, and Harrenhal, as well as King's Landing. We've got House Tyrell with Crackle Call Point. They've got ships in the Shipbreaker Bay and the Kingswood, and pieces in the Reach, Old Town, High Garden, and they have claim to Dornish Marches and Three Towers. And finally, we've got Dorne, House Martell, in Sunspear, Salt Shore, Ironwood, claims to Prince's Pass, and Starfall, and the Boneway. So let's go ahead and place, I've got Jakan Hakar here. The Faceless Man. This is one of those NPC cards. We've played a season, I think one of the earlier seasons we played with that. So let's go ahead now and just set up our supplies and our... So let's start with Stark. Stark has got position 4 on the Iron Throne. Position 4 on the Iron Throne, position 6 on Fiefdoms, and position 3 on King's Court. They've got position 2 on the supply track, and on the victory track they're already position 3. So that's Stark. And this is, by the way, that we're playing with the Dances with Dragons scenario setups. I think it helps progress the game a bit, especially when we're doing a solo game. Next we do House Martell. They're on position 6 on the Iron Throne. They are on position 2 on the Fiefdoms track. They are on position 2 on the King's Court track. And they have position 4 on supply. And they have position 3 on victory track. Next up, we've got Greyjoys, position 3 on the Iron Throne, position 1 on Fiefdoms, and position 6 on the King's Court. They have position 3 on the supply track, and position 1 on the victory track. Next up, House Lannister. Lannister is position 1 on the Iron Throne. Position 5 on Fiefdoms. And position 4 on Night King's Court. They are position 5 on the supply track, and they're position 4 on the victory track. Next up, we've got House Tyrell. Tyrell is position 2 on the Iron Throne. You know, I kind of had this dilemma because we're calling this episode the One True King, and it's really around, we're going to be kind of playing Baratheon this round. That's the one we're going to try to favor. But I always think of what if, I think in the card deck, Renly is part of Baratheon, but he kind of is part of House Tyrell. It's interesting. All right, what do you guys think? You leave a comment down below. What do you think on that? I wish there's a way we could have him sort of like simulate that battle, sort of. But let's put position 4 on fiefdoms and position 1 on the King's Court. And then we've got position 4 on the supply track and position 4 on the victory track. And then the One True King, Baratheon. We'll put them on position 5 on the Iron Throne. So they're going to be trying for the Iron Throne. This is sort of the Stannis play, I guess. Position 3 on the fiefdoms and position 5 on the King's Court. So they've been ousted. Obviously, this is taking place after Robert's demise, sort of. They're position 2 on the victory track, and they are position 1 on the supply track. So Baratheon's coming back with the most to regain. Now, as a result, I'm going to slip this Jaqen H'ghar card. I'm going to slip this into the Baratheon deck somewhere as a surprise. We've got both sets of decks here, but let me just kind of randomly put it somewhere in the middle. And I will be playing these as surprises even to me to see who wins which battle. So it kind of just gives it a little element of chance. We'll shuffle our cards here for each of our decks. We'll shuffle our Wildling deck as well. Wildling deck is set to 0 to start out with. And other than that, I think we should be about ready to jump into round number 1. So this is, they've got Dances with Dragons. If you look at the Dance with Dragons rules, I actually took the cards from both the normal Game of Thrones deck as well as the Dance of Dragons. I just put them, I shuffled them separately in each one, and then we're going to play from one. So I guess my idea is we're going to progress through Game of Thrones, and then we'll progress into Dance with Dragons from the Game of Thrones board game point of view. Before we go any further, quick shout out to this channel's sponsor, Poltos Fathom Press. We've got the Catu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence. This is the omnibus edition. That which is dead will not die. Coming from Cthulhu-based lore. George R. R. Martin's nod to Lovecraft. You can even see it in the Greyjoy sort of logo. It's got this kind of a squid, kraken, octopus thing. Go check out our bookstore link down below. It helps us to support channel. Catu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, collecting 6 volumes of August Moldenhauer and Giuseppe Balsamo's works on Lovecraft. Lots of other things there for you to check out. Our Dune Compendium, Alchemy, and Anthroposophy in the Dune Saga. You can also check out our Patreon for as little as $1. You can read Genealogy of Cthulhu. You can check out our upcoming Song of Ice and Fire, gameplay, and miniature painting. We just painted the Tully Cavaliers, Highgarden Pikemen are coming up next. And we've been starting the Tainted Grail campaign. So we've got a new year, new seasons of board gameplay, Tainted Grail 2024. We've got some new games coming across too. To Cthulhu Death May Die Season 3 is in production with the Kickstarter, should be coming soon. We've got the Thing Outpost, Infection Outpost 31, that we'll be playing that one. And also the other games that we've been playing all along. Also been doing some, I'm looking forward to putting some Dungeons & Dragons original, the OG 0 edition, old school white box Dungeons & Dragons. We might be doing some of that. And Joan of Arc gameplay as well. So check it out. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We will see you in round number 1. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and helps to grow the channel. comments below. We'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.